Hey, bro.
We good? We good to go?
We good to go.
Alright, I'll get off my social media then.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the podcast. Finally gonna answer that question that I posed last week to Mr. Titan over here. That's his new name, Titan. D-Lo the Titan.
Titan Tatum.
Titan Tatum.
Hey, that just comes off the tongue, don't it? Titan Tatum.
So the question was, if you're in a relationship, should you have a training buddy of the opposite sex?
You want me to go first?
I can go first. You can chime in whenever you want. It's a long answer, bro, because that's a loaded question.
It's a very loaded.
I didn't realize how loaded that question was.
I'll let you go first.
All right. The short and sweet answer is it depends. It depends on a lot of things. Let's start with the first scenario. If you've been training with that person before you got into that relationship, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Shouldn't. I say shouldn't. And like they shouldn't even feel threatened by it. For one, if you and that person planned on getting together or doing something, you would have never got into that relationship.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. But with that being said, if your partner does have a problem with it, I feel like you should address it and find out why, this and that, and then at that point you got to make the decision. Decide is continuing this worth my relationship, or because at that point now you're choosing which relationship means more or which one is more important. Because that's really what it is. If your partner's like, I don't want you training with them anymore, and especially if all you guys was training buddies, like y'all didn't hang out outside the gym or nothing, then you just lost that relationship with that other person.
Yeah.
That's why I say it depends. But if you're in a relationship and you've been in a relationship and then all of a sudden you want to start working out with somebody, you got to ask yourself, why?
Yeah.
It becomes a why question. Like, why do you want to work out with that person? How is that even an interest? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you getting out of that? Is it like a person like where you see, oh, they can push me, do this and that? Then, address it with them, find out this and that. But at the same time, don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be a hypocrite about it. Like, find out why. Yeah. Like, literally ask yourself why. Like, and then if at any point in you asking yourself why, there is I don't want to say ulterior motive because that doesn't fit, but it does kind of like ulterior motive. Like if it's like, oh, I like flirting with this person, or if you can see yourself dating that person, I wouldn't do that because you're just asking yourself for trouble.
Exactly. And on top of that, you start working out with that person. You kind of don't know why you started working out with that person, other than the point that they push you. So you start getting emotionally invested after a while. Because emotional connection is another type of connection outside of just physical connection.
Exactly.
So it's a sticky situation that I wouldn't put myself in.
Yeah, I think it comes with boundaries and rules too. Like, because like when you're working out, that's like therapy time. When you start talking about stuff, like if you're having relationship problems, that's gonna come out. If you're having some type of if you're going through a death or something like that, it's gonna come out. Because they're gonna know that you're upset. They're gonna ask you. So it should be like you and your buddy should lay out the rule, like y'all don't talk about relationships, because that's just gonna open up a door.
Yeah.
That should be like an off limits topic. It should be off limits.
All these things that we have to address. Why even put yourself in that situation?
Exactly.
Because it becomes a hassle.
Right. It does. So that's what I'm saying. Like it just depends. Like, do you want to go through that headache?
Yeah.
But I feel the main thing I wanted is like if you were already working out with that person and you already had built up a training buddy relationship, it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah. I feel like it shouldn't be an issue. Like if I start talking to somebody and they've been working out with somebody and they've been working out with them for a while, if I have a problem with that relationship, that's something I got to deal with myself. There's got to be an insecurity in me doing that. Like, why am I jealous? Or like, if it's a jealousy thing, why am I jealous? If it's they're not spending time, I got to figure out what that is, because that's a security with me. That doesn't mean that my partner's doing something wrong because I feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that. It depends on the situation, and don't be a hypocrite, and have rules, and not really rules, but you know, like there's just certain like if it's a workout buddy, it should be a workout buddy.
Yeah.
And a workout buddy is different when it's male and female. Like if it's the opposite sex and if it's the same, you know, it's just different.
Yeah,
it is different. Even though like it might still all be platonic, it's platonic in different ways.
Yeah.
Because you know stuff that like if you and I are working out, we're talking about different stuff than like if I was working out with a girl or something. It's just different. And the workouts you do could sometimes be different too.
Yeah, exactly. The weight's gonna be. In most cases, you know, unless this woman is just a damn beast.
A beast. Which they out there.
Yeah, they're out there, but you know, so it's gonna be just hard from. Well, my opinion on the whole thing is, you know, the only part I see getting something out of the opposite sex is motivational reasons, you know. But then again, you have to ask yourself, like, you know, there's going to be a lot of other people that can motivate you just as good, just as well. So
I feel like if you don't have a problem with your partner texting the opposite sex, having opposite sex friends that are outside the gym, you shouldn't have a problem with them having friends inside the gym.
yeah,
It shouldn't be any different.
Yeah.
Shouldn't. And if it is, look inside yourself, find out why before you get mad at them.
Yeah.
Or like try to identify why are you feeling that type of way, or you know that type of thing. It shouldn't be any different. And your partner should be allowed to have friends of the opposite sex. Like you shouldn't control. Like that's not healthy, and that's not your partner doing something wrong. That's something inside yourself that you need to find out. One thing that I can think about is I know people that they'll have an insecurity with their partner talking to the opposite sex because every time they talk to the opposite sex, they have an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's projection. I mean, you can't just say, oh, you know, they never say that that's why, but come on now, like you don't trust that person because you don't trust yourself in that situation, and that's just not fair.
Exactly. And I mean, those type of people, I mean, they're just being fearful. So if they are fearful of, you know, what could happen if you're working out with someone else, then what else are they fearful about? So I just think that's not even the type of relationship I want to be in. I want both of us to be secure with one another. That way, even though I personally wouldn't probably work out with the opposite sex if I was in a relationship, it's always an option because we're just that secure, you know. Just like, you know, yeah, you can go, you know, do that if you want to, you know. It just depends on, you know, how you feel about the situation personally.
I guess the reason why I approach it so oddly is because, like, as a massage therapist or as a therapist in general, like whether it's talk therapy, whether it's personal training, just as a holistic practitioner, all in a whole, I don't look at somebody like, oh, this is a male, oh, this is a female, until it comes to like a certain thing. Like when I'm working out with somebody or training somebody, it's oh, I'm just, because there'll be times where like I'll work out with my clients. Like if they're at a level where I can do the workout with them, I'm going to do the workout with them.
Yeah.
Especially like if we're doing like a hit circuit or something like that, I'll just hop in, join in with them. And I don't think, oh, this is a male or oh, this is a female. Just go with it. And that's why I say, like, you can't, like, just because somebody's a female or somebody is a male, like, just because somebody's working with the opposite sex or something like that, you can't just automatically assume that's an ulterior motive or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I should clarify, like, there are situations where clearly you know, like, hey, you got to be aware. One thing that just popped in my head, I would not stretch my workout partner if they're the opposite sex. I'd be like, you got to stretch yourself. With, you know, workout buddy as in, not my client, but just like a workout buddy, I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would suggest that you not put yourself in that situation. It's just not a good look. Like, somebody be like, oh, this and that, like, it's just not a good look. It don't matter how professional you are, somebody can twist it or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not a good look. That's how I feel about it. Like, depends on your situation.
Exactly.
Depends on your situation, what you're willing to put up with. But we got an announcement. You think they ready for the announcement?
I think they're ready. Are y'all ready?
Y'all ready for this? Boom! Next weekend, we're gonna be out in the woods.
In the woods.
In the woods.
Red dirt.
Red dirt. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. You know, there's gonna be fire. There's gonna be drink. Water, of course.
Got him.
Got him. There's gonna be fire. Is it gonna be water?
Yeah.
There's gonna be water. No, I meant like I can jump in some water. It might be cold.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lake. But
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lake. West Watkins? Is that how you
West
say?
Watkins.
At West Watkins. I'm gonna head out there probably in the morning. What time? You said we probably get there like 10, huh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably get there about 10. But you know, y'all are welcome to come out. Man, we're gonna block off the whole lake if we need to. But yeah, you know, we're just gonna try to have some fun, let loose, celebrate the change of the season. Celebrate OU stomping Texas into the dirt.
That's this weekend, right?
Yeah, that's this weekend. So
okay.
we're gonna celebrate next weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
Celebrate Oklahoma getting that 6 point that everybody keep talking about. I don't know why that's a big deal. What else happened that we can celebrate? Man, just celebrate life.
Yep.
You know, celebrate your gym buddies.
Exactly. just get away from the hustle and bustle of life.
Yeah, just get away. Unplug for a day. Hey. And if you haven't been able to accept our other challenge, which was, just get outside an hour a day, now's your chance.
Yep.
Boom, just come hang out for the hour. You ain't got to camp overnight, but there's going to be plenty of space for you to camp. I might bring out my spear, hunt some stuff. That'd be fun.
Oh.
Little spear hunt.
You going to walk on water too?
Nah, man. Y'all ain't ready for all that. That's going to be too mind-blowing. No, but we appreciate y'all's time. Hope to see y'all out there next week. And remember, when it comes to fitness,
you can never do too damn much.
boom!